Hello everyone, Dr. Robert Q. Seidelman here again, and sorry it's been a while since I posted something. It's been quite a hectic few weeks, but I'll get to that in a vlog later on. But what I want to talk about today is something that my brother gave to me for Easter. Garrett, I'd like to thank you for this.
Welcome.
You know you can speak up, right?
No, I'm pretty sure the camera can hear me just fine.
Okay. What Garrett got me for Easter, and this is something very cool, honestly, and this is the Senario 101 games in one plug-and-play TV thing. I'm pretty sure you've seen a lot of these in stores. You know, some of them are actually kind of okay, and some of them actually kind of suck. But this one really isn't that bad. It's got 101 games, and I'm going to take out the this thing right here. As you can see on here, it's got Arkanoid, and around the edge you see Antarctic Adventure. I think this was a game that Weird Video Games did. And there's quite a few others on here, and I'll just turn to the front. And actually, before I do that, see down here is one of my favorite games, Mighty Bomb Jack. It's a really excellent game. And if you really can't see it, don't worry. It will be up on the monitor as soon as possible after I get done with this. You turn to the front, and there are some other games here. I mean, there's also Mighty Bomb Jack here. And it shows here Urban Champion, Excite Bike, and Lunar Pool, and City Connection, and once again Arkanoid. But aside from that, there are some pretty good games on here, and it's only costs $10, and it's actually pretty good. Now I want to talk about the controller itself. If for those that remember when the PlayStation 3 came out, it was originally supposed to come out with those Batarang controllers. This is sort of Batarang-esque, but it actually handles quite well. And it's got 4 buttons on it, A, B, C, D. You know, those are normally, 2 of them are turbo. I just sort of wish they marked them turbo. Turbo A, Turbo B instead of A, B, C, D. So you might be confused with what buttons do what. It's got the on-off switches right here, so it's not very that cumbersome. The D-pad is going to take some getting used to. It's one of those type of controller, one of the type of the D-pads that you'd find like on most budget title controllers, or one budget controllers, like I think Gamester does controllers like this, and Pelican. The selected start buttons, I've never found much use for them in games, except for the start button to pause when I had to, you know, do stuff. And the reset button is down here, which will bring up the main menu, which is quite intuitive. There are some downfalls to this. Mainly being, it's an RCA one, but it's only got one audio channel, but then again it's mainly 101 NES games on here, and the NES only ran on mono. So it actually isn't that bad, but sometimes stereo would be nice. But the biggest downfall, I think, for this, it's got the screw-in thing, but it takes 4 AAA batteries. Uh-oh. This kind of got me frustrated when I started opening this, because I had to find a small screwdriver, and I think we actually found one. We had to borrow it from a neighbor's.
No, we used the small blue screwdriver that we had before.
No, that one didn't work, because it was flat, yeah.
Oh.
But 4 AAAs, and it actually is quite decent. It's actually, I don't like working with AAAs because it's kind of hard to find AAA batteries, you know, around here. Normally everything runs on AA's. And it's, geez, it's pretty decently made, and I think I spent enough time talking about the actual controller itself. I think what we're going to do now is we're going to point this camera to the monitor, and we're actually going to go over most of the games, and I hope you enjoy them. You know, I never noticed that there was a green ghost in Pac-Man. Let's start at the top of 1942. You know, this was released by Capcom. And as you can see, it pretty much plays like 1942 for the NES. The sound is a little off for most of these games, but it's kind of hard to do when you have to squeeze 101 into a game like this. But as you can see, it handles quite well. I mean, the controllers are quite intuitive, and it's 1942. So next up is Army Tank, or Tank A 1990. The barely readable Stage 1. Yeah, I screwed myself over there. Voltron. A long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away came this game. And what you're seeing is Voltron, kind of a rip-off of Gradius mixed with some elements of Stargate. And as you see on the monitor, or the top half of the screen, or the top portion of the screen, you have the score, and you have a tracking thing where you can see the enemies coming your way. It's okay, I guess, but there's not much to say about this game. Let's get to the next one. Remember how I said there was Mighty Bomb Jack on the cover? Well, here it is. Mighty Bomb Jack in all of its glory. Complete with music, controls, and everything. Even though I've never been able to beat the game, it still remains one of my favorite games to this date. I don't know if it's the music or just everything about it. It's a really fun game for me. Bomb! It's Minesweeper! Challenger, Garrett. It sounds like fun. Real-time action adventure! It's Challenger!
Yeah. With some glitches.
I guess you're controlling Jodan Baker or something. He's got to stop for a burger.
Mitchell! Don't you have a gun?
No, you got a knife. So, champion! Yay, Urban Champion! Before there was Street Fighter, there was Urban Champion. Just two guys duking it out on near the snack bar. Here we go, guys. Super Contra. Uh-oh. Super Contra.
In super uber cutesy form.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
It's Super C! I don't know if they could get in trouble for doing this, but hell yeah! I told you there are some good games here, and this is one of them. I mean, you don't start off with a pea shooter, you actually start with a machine gun. But hell yeah! Let's spar.
Didn't we just play this game?
Yeah! This was Urban Champion.
Except now in the forest.
And for furries.